Hey guys, Jeramiah with QandA Gaming here, and we're back to our solo playthrough of Mage Knight the board game, and we're on our final turn here. This is turn 6, the third night, and here's where we stand right now. We're sitting outside of the final city. We've located it, and we can see inside, and these are the enemies that are sitting there facing us. So our objective this turn is to siege this castle as soon as possible and win the game. Here's what our offers look like. We have Blood of the Ancients, Temporal Portal, Magic Talent. The spell offer is Restoration, Flame Wall, and Underground Travel. Here's our unit offer and our skill offered by our monastery. These probably won't come into play. And here's our source, not looking too hot, with 2 whites and 1 depleted there. We've got +2 reputation, and we're on level 9. Our opponent, Arithia, has managed to accumulate crystal of at least 1 of every color, and she has a decent-sized deck here. And going into the final turn, here's what our play area looks like. We've accumulated some nice units, including some elites over here, the Altem Guardians and Ametep Gunners that'll come in helpful. Our skills, we've got, we stole some of Arithia's blood magic. We have chaos magic, primed to use the +1 fire attack or ice attack ranged. We have the battle frenzy, which will give us 2 attack or 4 attack once per round. And we have puppet mastery with currently a frost dragon as our puppet. So we're looking good. So we'll draw up to our hand size here, draw to 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So not an ideal hand for a siege here. We got stamina, savage harvesting, crystallize, concentration, a wound, march, and swiftness. A lot of move. So let's go ahead and pick our starting tactic. And the 2 tactics available to us are From the Dusk and Long Night. So I've already looked at these earlier, and I'm definitely going to go with From the Dusk because Long Night only activates if we empty our deed deck. And Arithia's been moving pretty quickly, so I'd rather have the extra turn provided by From the Dusk. So Arithia will take Long Night. Okay guys, I've been sitting here contemplating it, and despite this awful hand, we are going to, we're still going to attack the castle this turn. We will not win, but we're going to do some serious damage to him, make our presence known, let's put it that way. So first thing we need to do is move in, so we're going to go ahead and play our Savage Harvesting for 2 movement, so we'll play that. And with that 2 move, we'll move into the city, and we'll grab these guys, and we'll start our combat. So here's what we're dealing with. We've got the Fire Mages with the Fire Resistance and the Fire Attack. Oh. We've got the Altem Guardians with every resistance under the sun. We have the Ametep Gunners with the Brutal ability and Fire Attack. And these Golems who cannot be fortified, but they are magic immune and deal a whole pile of damage. And in addition to that, because they are defending the White City, they all get +1 armor. So we are not going to be able to take anybody down in the ranged phase, so we're going to go ahead and right into the blocking phase. So for the blocking phase, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to activate my Altem Guardians to give all of my units all resistances, which will be very important. But the one unit I do want to block are these guys, because they have the brutal ability, so they're going to be very bad if we don't block them. So to block them, I'm first going to activate my Guardian Golems, giving me Ice Block 4 using my blue crystal, so that's the last crystal we have. And they have 6 fire attacks. They still have 2 fire attack coming our way. Then we'll play one of our wounds sideways with our blood magic Arithia gave us. So that's 2 physical, so that'll block 1 fire attack, and they still have 1 fire attack left. And I'll play 2 more cards sideways for 4 regular block, 4 ice block, enough to stop the 6 fire damage coming through. Okay, so they've been blocked. The rest of it is going to come through it at our head here. So we'll use our units now that have all the resistances built up to absorb some of these attacks. So the 6 fire damage, we'll just have our Ametep Gunners jump in the way, and they have 6 armor, with plus resistance, so they're fine. The Altem Guardians will be blocked by the Altem Guardians, so 5 and 5, no worries there. And lastly, we will have these big nasty dudes here. Yeah, okay, so, sorry, I have to stop there, I forgot what I was going to do. So yeah, I'm going to have the Guardian Golems, which have served their purpose valiantly, jump in the way of these brutal other guys here. So they have the physical resistance, so they get to block the damage twice. So 11 minus 6 will do 5. Our armor is 4. 5w4 is 2. So we'll take, that is not right. I apologize, that is cheated. It's not going to matter. So we'll take 2 wounds to our hand. Okay, there's that. And now we move on to the combat, or the where we get to hit them back, the fun part. Okay, oh, and our Guardian Golems get a wound. They served us valiantly, but they are injured now. Okay. So we've got a couple wounds in our hand, but with our blood magic, we can actually take advantage of that. Okay, so now we get to fight back. So first I'm going to amass as much... I forgot to take that up there. So now we're going to amass as much physical damage as we can. So we're going to use our Ametep Gunners for attack 5. we are going to use our magic familiars for attack 3, so that's attack 8. We're going to flip down our battle rage for 4 more attacks, so it'll take us to attack 12. Then we're going to play our swiftness card out of our hand, powered with white mana from the source, for 3 more for attack 15. And with that attack, we are going to spend 7 of it to knock out these gunners, because remember they have +1 armor. 7 physical attack will take these guys down. We have 8 left, so they're dead. 8 left. Now we're going to activate our dragon, so we get half of his attacks. We get 3 more ice attacks, so we have 8 regular and 3 ice, so he's gone. And with that total of 11, we will spend it to kill these super golem guys, so they're gone. And I think that's all we're going to have that we'll be able to do here, so wasn't beautiful, but we took out half the defenses, and I think the most dangerous part of the defenses is what we took out. So let's go ahead and clean up. So we'll lose these crystals we spent on our guys here. Reroll the die from the source. It's now blue. Clean up all this mess here. And we lost the combat in a fortified position, so we will be shoved back outside. So we didn't take the city, so they shove us back out into the woods. Ugh. For being forced to retreat, we take yet another wound. So here's what our hand looks like now. We've got 3 wounds in it. So even though we didn't manage to actually take the castle, or sorry, the city, we still did kill a couple units. Let's gain our experience for that. First of all, we'll lose 1 point of reputation for attacking a fortified location. Then we'll gain 8 for these guys, and 7 for these guys right here, for a total of 15. We are at 85, so that's going to put us right at 100, leveling us up to max level. Nice. So we'll gain 1 skill and 1 advanced action. So here are our skill choices. I've been making a mistake this whole game. We're supposed to be picking the skill, then the advanced action first. So here are the skills we have available. We have the co-op skill, Mana Enhancement, which will let us basically pick a crystal of any color we want, throw this in the middle. I think we can use it twice. I don't really like to use the co-op abilities in the one-player solo scenarios, because you can't really get as much value out of them as you could normally. And the other one is, I think this is called some Shamanic Healing. Let me see here. Regenerate. Or we can spend, once a turn, we can spend 1 mana token of any color to heal a wound. And then if we spend red to do it, or if we have the least fame in a multiplayer scenario, we get to draw an additional card. So considering the fact we just got our butts whipped there a little bit, I think I'm going to take this one and we'll use it to heal ourselves up a little bit before we score at the end. So we'll take that, and we'll throw this in the common, or takes down the common skill offer. I'm not going to bother to grab a Rithia skill because we'll never be able to pick it anyway. And then we can pick an advanced action. And I'm definitely going to take Magic Talent, because one of these is a movement skill, and one of them is a ability to wound ourselves to upgrade our deck, which, you know, this is the end of the game, so not really want to do that, so we're going to take Magic Talent. These get moved down, and the new one revealed is Mountain Lore. Magic Talent should have been on top. We draw up to our hand size, and there we go. Magic Talent, Improvisation, 3 wounds, Concentration, and Crystallize. Alright, Arithia finally gets a turn, because we've been too busy whipping butt all over the countryside here. So 1, 2, and 3 green, 2 more. Okay. Okay guys, I was getting ready to just rest and kind of end my turn here, but I just realized a pretty sweet little combo we can do. So our Magic Talent we just got is going to help us take care of this big pile of wounds, because the spell that is currently in the spell offer, so here's what it does. We can discard a card of any color to play a spell of the same color in the spell offer, as if it were in our hand. And let me show you what is at the top of the spell offer right over here. Restoration. Heal 3 or 5 if you're in a forest. And guess what? Yeah, we're sitting in a forest. So we're going to find a way to do that. Now, there's no green mana in the source, and we have no green mana, but we've got some tricks we can pull off here. So what we're going to do is we are going to play our Crystallize card and power it with that blue mana we just rolled. And with that, we'll gain a green crystal. Then we will play Magic Talent. We can discard a card of any color and play one of the same color, and this blah 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 blah. You heard how it is. We discard a green card to cast the green spell in the offer, so we discard a Concentration, which lets us cast our green spell. So now we pretend we have it in our hand, we play it, we need a green crystal to power it. Powers it, heal 5 because we're in the forest. We'll get rid of all 3 of these wounds in our hand. And we'll actually, while we're at it, go ahead and heal our golems, because they'll cost 2 to heal because they are level 2. So that was an awesome turn, and we've recouped all that damage we just took. So let's go ahead and clean up now. We'll re-roll this. So we really didn't need that skill we just developed, but still pretty cool. And there's red in the source. Crystal's gone. Clean this up. And draw back up to our hand size. So we're looking at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Chill, Demolish, Rage, Crystal Mastery, Mana Draw, the Horn of Wrath, and Improvisation. Alright, Arithia, I'm going to try to make this your last turn, so you better make it count. 1, 2, 3, red. Oh, she made it count. Okay, there's 3 more, so we just lost a bunch of points there in the end game. Okay, guys, this stinks. I know I was smack-talking Arithia, but I think we're going to have to go ahead and rest this turn, because I don't think, even with our Mighty Horn of Wrath, that we have the resources to take down those units that are sitting in there. Problem is, these Altim Guardians, they have all these resistances, and they get a +1 armor tacked onto that because of the White City, so these guys are really hard to take down. Basically, it takes 16 attack, and they're immune to all spells, and well, all red and green, or red and blue spells, which are all I have, but it's going to be rough. So we're going to go ahead and rest. So when we rest, we'll get to reactivate our ability here that gives us +4 attack, which will be very valuable in the next, whenever we do go in there. And then we're going to go ahead and get rid of Demolish, because they're both immune to red magic. So get that out of our hand. Crystal Mastery, because we have no crystals. Chill could be useful to freeze the fire mages, but there's no blue mana in the source. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it as well, and I think this is what we're going to hold on to for now. Horn of Wrath is awesome to take down, you know, deal up to 10 damage if we break it. And Mana Draw can let me get 2 dice from the source, and we have 2 cards that need red mana, so that could be very helpful for us. So we'll hold on to these, put these back, and draw back up to our 7 here. So we got Chivalry, nice attack card, Determination, nice block card, and Shield Bash, a block card that horrible card, but we'll probably end up needing it anyway. Okay. Alright, we're back to Arithia. I'm not going to make any snide comments this time. So there's 3, and white is 2 more. We can win this. We got plenty of time. Plenty of time. Alright, this is the turn. This is the turn we make it happen. So first thing we need to do is we need to get into the city. So I'm going to go ahead and play Improvisation and Determination sideways for 2 points of move, because of course we drew no movement cards when we need them. So that gets into the city. So I'm not going to bother to show you that because you've seen the terrain. So here we are, back in the city. And here's our 2 dear friends, the Fire Mages and the traitorous Altim Guardians, the ones that are not on our team. Okay, so we're going to do ranged combat first, and we're going to start using our Horn of Wrath, and we are going to shatter it for the stronger effect. Siege attack 5 may add up to +5 siege attack. For each 1 you add, roll a mana die, you get a wound for each black or red rolled. So we're going to make this a 6 attack siege attack, which will be enough to take down these fire mages with their additional armor. So we'll roll a die and see if we take a wound. We do not. Okay, so that'll take them down, and that will shatter our lovely artifact here. It served us very well throughout this game, so let's set that off to the side so we remember to get rid of it. And then these guys are going to get to attack. So I'm just going to have the Guardian Golems jump in the way. Physical resistance will count twice, but it's still enough to overcome their base armor, so they take the wound, but none gets through to us. Most important part. Okay, now we have to take down this beast of a man here. So we're going to start by playing Chivalry for its stronger effect, which will give us attack 6. And we're going to keep the attack 6. We're not going to be chivalrous about it because this is going to be hard to do. So we'll use the white mana from the source to power that. Then we'll go ahead and we're going to use Mana Draw to draw an additional card from this, or die from the source. And we'll play Rage with the red die that's sitting in there. Okay, so that gives us 10 total. And then we'll activate our Shamantic Fury, or whatever this thing's called again, for 14 total, which would normally take him down, except he has +1 armor. So we've gotten him down to 2 armor left. Or sorry, 1 armor left. Okay. And then I'm going to activate my Chaos Magic for 1 Cold Fire ranged attack. But unfortunately, he has both resistances, so that's still not enough. We need 1 more damage, and we have 1 card left in our hand. Played sideways. Boom. We got him. It took literally everything we had, but we got him down. Alright, so let's start by cleaning this up first. So we'll re-roll these dice. There's a black and a blue. And we'll clean all these cards up. Okay, so we lose another reputation for belligerently attacking the city a second time. Then we gain 8 fame from the Guardians and 5 from the Fire Mages for a total of 13 from 100, puts us at 113. In addition, for defeating 4 enemies within the city, which I forgot to be adding as we went along, we get 4 shields in the city, giving us +4 influence there. Okay, now that we have met the objective, we get one last turn to try to optimize our score. So we're going to get 9 cards here, 7 for our hand size, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 2 more for being in a city that we own. Okay, so here's our hand. We have Blood Ritual, a wound, swiftness, ruthless coercion, promise, another wound, rage, stamina, and tranquility. So let's see what we can do with this. So with our last turn, I think what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and heal up a bunch of these wounds in our hand and spend a couple of these influence cards in conjunction with our influence bonuses to recruit a slightly more impressive army for the scoring phase. So we'll go ahead and we'll play Tranquility to heal 1 wound from our hand. Then we will use a blue mana from the source on our regeneration ability to heal another wound from our hand. Let's get rid of that one. Then we need to recruit a unit, and the best units they have available are these blue heroes. Here they are right here. Okay, so they cost 9, but we get double our positive bonus, and our positive bonus right now is 1, so we get a 2 on them automatically. Plus we get 4 from our city shields, whatever you want to call them. That gives us 6 automatically, so we only need 3 more to recruit those guys. That's not going to be hard at all. Let's go ahead and play those 3 to recruit them. And we will recruit them and replace our dear friends, the Guardian Golems. Sorry guys, but you served us well. And they become the blue heroes. So we'll just get these cards out of the way. Let you go over there. And here's what we have left. We got 2. Nothing I think we can really do here. So I think with that, we're going to go ahead and end the game and go into the scoring phase. Alright guys, here we go. We get to start the scoring process. Let's see exactly how well we did here. So first we'll go over the greatest knowledge, where we will get an additional point for each advanced action we had. We had 5 advanced actions, so that'll take us from 113 to 118. We'll gain 2 for each spell we had, and we had 2 spells, so that's another 4. So that'll take us from 118 to 122, and we're just going to go ahead and pretend this starts at 100 and put this at 22. So there's 122. We gain 2 for each artifact, we had none left. We gain 2 for each, or 1 for each pair of crystals, we had none left. Next is our leader bonuses, so we get a point for every level of a unit in our army. So we have 2 for our magic familiars, putting us at 24. We have 3 for our heroes, putting us at 27. We have 4 for our Ultim Guardians, putting us at 131, and 3 for our Amenhotep Gunners, putting us at 134. Next are our points for being the greatest conqueror. We conquered 2 Mage Towers, for giving us, that'll give us 2 points each, so that'll take us from 34 to 38. Oh, we also burned down a monastery. Whoops. 2 points. And then we get points for being the greatest adventurer, so we managed to clear out 1 ruin and 1 dungeon, so that's 2 points for each of those, another 4 points, taking us to 144. Then we lose 2 points for each wound we still have in our deck, and we managed to get rid of all of them but 1, which is pretty darn good, I think. So that takes us back down to 142. And lastly, we get points based on the scenario we played. So it says we get 10 points for each city we conquered. We conquered 2, which will take us from 142 to 162. We get 15 points if we conquered all the cities, which we did, which will take us to 177. Okay. And then we get 1 card for each card, or 1 point for each card left in the dummy player's deck. Rithia had 5 cards left in her deck, so it takes us to 182. And lastly, we get 5 points if the end of the round was not called, and it had not been. So 187 is our final score. And with that, we are done with our Mage Knight board game playthrough. I made some mistakes, guys, but I had a lot of fun playing with you guys. And if you'd like to see more videos, leave me a comment and let me know. I just got the Shades of Tezla expansions. There's some cool scenarios there I wouldn't mind trying out. And if you enjoyed the playthrough, let me know. And check out our website at QandAGaming.com. Follow us on Twitter, and it'll let you know as soon as we get another video up. And as always, I really appreciate you guys watching.